Welcome back to Popcorn and Beers. Of course, we've got your butter on top Scream part 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and Jordan's drunk classic. What a terrible weekend for this to be his choice. The Dictator.
All right.
Uh-oh. Oops. She did it again. This is Britney Spears' agent's favorite movie podcast. Keep her off the screen, guys. Keep her off the screens. We had another incident this weekend. But anyway.
Yeah.
This is Popcorn and Beers, where some use tomatoes and others
This
use
weekend.
We use the stuff that gets you drunk. All right, now you can follow up with the question. Now, are you unfamiliar after 4 years with how this show works? So what were you going to ask, Josh?
Oh, is it my turn?
Well, definitely not in the middle of the sign-off.
What happened? What happened this week? Last week I saw she was doing trying to twerk. It was weird. But what happened this week?
She put out a video of like her dancing and doing weird crap.
Again. Okay.
Yeah.
There was a nip slip this time, though. There was a nip
Well,
slip
whatever.
this time. Yeah, and it just keeps going, and I'm like, yeah, she's probably on drugs, guys. Like, this is not.
Or she's just
The Britney we remember.
full on manic. She's like full on manic right now. You know that happens. All right.
It
Moving
does
on.
happen. It does happen. You know who else was full on manic? The AI that wrote Scream 7. Jordan and I got to the theaters this week to watch what was supposed to be the film that brings the originals back together, and instead it became the film that said, let's see how much shit we can throw at a wall and see if it sticks. Jordan, what did you think of Scream 7?
I couldn't have possibly had lower expectations for this movie, and it was worse than my low expectations. Okay, so I saw this in the drive-in theater, and my car died, which is wild because I have, I have like a new Prius, right? Like 30 minutes into this movie, my car battery dies.
You look like you drive a Prius.
Ooh, so so I missed about 15-20 minutes of the movie, going into the office and getting them to see if they have a little jumper box thing for me, getting my car going, and I was not mad at it. I think my car was trying to give me a sign, right? That it's punishing me. How dare you could be doing much better things with your time right now. And I really didn't miss a thing. I really did not. I don't think I missed a single.
You were with the quotes today, babe.
Yeah.
He's got it.
What kind of school theater are they operating here?
It's always so wacky when they film theater. Like, look at Glee in general.
Yeah.
They always make the drama department so wild.
They like a wire axe and
Rich. The director who is actually a good actor. Like that is actually a good actor playing the coach who is not, or the teacher who is not in the film for more than 30 seconds.
Yeah, just saying he's a major douchebag. Like, who talks to high school kids like that in a school play? And then they're downstairs. The main, I don't know about the main girl is Neve Campbell, right? But the daughter and her love interest, the boyfriend guy, they're just like downstairs in the changing room, just like totally about to get it on, and there's like where's the supervision? What schools operate like this?
It's a giant changing room too. It's not like
it's
a
huge.
high school. It was humongous with like 9,000 costumes and props inside of it in a small town. It's not like a rich, wealthy school district. It's a small town.
Yeah.
They decided to bring back some characters that they kind of like retconned out of existence. Because they did something weird with the Scream timeline where I'm trying to think like what other franchise did this, where they were like, oh, actually the last 3 movies don't count. We're starting over from Scream 2, right?
What?
Yeah. So like they had you believe that like one of these Scream movies didn't actually happen. Like they continued from Scream 2 or Scream 3 and they kind of like they retconned it basically. Like some of these movies, some of the characters, the storylines and whatnot. And
Is that why it was
you
like they
for
were
picking
in
up
one
on
of them?
that.
In one of them, they were making a movie about Scream in Scream, right? Is that what you're talking
Yeah,
about? That
Stab.
kind of
They
thing?
were making the movie Stab in
Yeah.
Scream, and that gets referenced. It gets referenced in this.
Yeah, so then they try in this one to they actually bring back like the brother and sister, I believe they are, that just kind of pop up out of nowhere. They were like a fan favorite and like survivors from one of the other Scream movies that they're kind of like they alluded to like, oh, that none of this actually
Scream 7
happened.
or Scream 6, man. They were in Scream 6 with Jenna Ortega.
The New York one?
Oh,
Yeah.
I think were they in the one before that too? I don't know. I just
They
feel
were
like we're
definitely
living
in Scream
a,
6 because they were the annoying people that were like predicting what
Yeah.
was going to happen and everything like that. And then they just have the same shtick in this one.
Speaking of predicting, come on.
oh,
Come on.
were you right?
I was absolutely right. I was
No, he
100%
wasn't.
right. I was
He was
100
not right. It was like his
Roll
third
the
guess.
tape.
Go back and rewatch it. He
No,
picks out
no,
who he thinks
no.
is the killer, and then he
No.
goes and
Time
goes,
out.
"This guy definitely looks like a killer."
No, I said he looks like a killer, but I said it's always this chick. It is always this chick from every movie. I'm sorry, I'm spoiling it, but I don't care because this movie's terrible. It's garbage.
Okay.
Don't watch it.
Okay, we're spoiling it officially. So it was the girl.
It was the blonde chick. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, because that was his first pick.
That was my first pick.
I just edited this thing last week.
I'm rewatching it.
Hater. Hater. All right. Why is there always Visqueen? It's like the number one prop of all horror movies. That like film, that plastic film stuff that's just draped from ceilings places. That
Oh,
is
That's
like
one of
the
my
most-
notes. Why?
Yeah.
So remember how we talked about, Jordan, how the dressing room was giant? Why is this the biggest garage in
Yeah.
the history of car garages? How
Yeah.
big is this car garage?
Right? It's excessive, right? Everything is in this movie is just overdone and not done at all good, right? It's all terrible.
you made a shit sandwich and you kept sticking it out.
Yeah. Nev Campbell, I have to say, with like her acting is great. I always love Nev Campbell. I will always love her. And the other good thing about this was how badly they kill the girl, the blonde chick from Pitch Perfect, right?
Yeah.
They murk her. She gets her muffin cap peeled back blue.
Oh.
They mess her up. And
Yeah.
that is very, very satisfying.
Never heard that phrase.
It's a Kevin Hart reference. So yeah, and then but just what comes after that, like the closure of it all is just like they try to make it all sappy, but it's really awkward. It's really weird, and
Sorry,
it
guys,
doesn't
one second.
feel
What's that?
good. This is a popcorn.
So for me, Isabella May, who plays Tatum, is up for a Razzie this year. She has to be. She is one of the worst actors in the I'm sorry, I don't mean to be an actress shamer, but she was so bad in this movie. Like every time her voice was irritating me. You know who I'm talking about, right? Tatum?
Yeah.
Yeah. Did
Yeah.
you not get that from her? I hated it every time she was on screen, which was a lot. I was like, I hate this. I hate this so much.
I think just all of it was so bad it didn't particularly stick out to me.
Yeah.
I mean,
the best death goes to Hannah Truman, played by McKenna Grace. All right, and when she gets stuck up in the air, floating around, that was the best kill scene. Like that was the best
You
kill
think
scene
so?
in the whole movie.
not the bar
Yeah,
tap,
name
not
a
the
better
beer
one.
tap. The
No,
beer
it was
tap.
stupid. I thought that was
That
dumb.
was-
I was
that
like,
was
I literally
great.
audibly said, that's dumb.
Come on, the beer coming out.
No,
That
the
was good.
jumping up like a piñata, like that was the best. Like that was the absolute best. Most of this movie was incredibly annoying. All right, Joel McHale was in this movie for what reason? Why was Joel
know.
McHale cast in this movie?
Yeah.
Serves no purpose. Also, we're just gonna negate the fact that he's just been lying, bleeding into plastic for 8 hours, and is still good to go. Like he's just lying bleeding in plastic for 8 hours, but like, I'm good, guys. What?
Yeah.
What? She runs through the town. She's the one that said my dad put the town on curfew and is still trying to open shop doors. No, like the direction, the acting, all of it. What for?
Yeah.
What for? What? And that's what I say about this movie. What for?
What
Why?
for?
What were we trying to get at here? So,
Money.
Money, money,
how
money,
about
money,
the
money, money,
Panic
money,
Room,
money.
Jordan?
And they got it. What?
Jordan, how about the Panic Room? How does the Panic Room have such easy access? There's a back door. Where is it? Through the sheetrock. Like,
Yeah. Yeah.
what are we doing with this movie? There were multiple times where my theater was filled with people burst into laughter. She's running down the middle of the street and then goes, I'm never going to get there in time. I have to stop in the middle of the street. Stop moving. You're on a cell phone, Sydney. You can keep going. It's not a payphone.
That was very, very Bill Burr of you.
There was so much about this and that scene in particular that I was like, I rolled my eyes at, or I just started laughing at. I was like, what is happening right now? Like, who makes these decisions to include the open? The open was so hysterical. The open of this movie had me laughing so hard. I was dying I was in there like literally crying with laughter at how this film opened. It was so ridiculous, to the final death in it, to the foreshadowing that's not really foreshadowing. If it happens 3 seconds later, you can't foreshadow something that literally happens within a span of 5 minutes. Like, you can't, that's not foreshadowing, guys. So, for a comedy, if you go see Scream 7, for its comedic impact, it is a popcorn and one. If you go see Scream 7 for a horror movie, it is a popcorn. If you go see Scream 7 for any reason, you should demand your money back before you walk into the theater.
Yeah. Don't go. Just don't go.
Don't do it.
Stop making these movies. They were never
Jordan,
good.
I
They were
wish I
never
could have
good.
yelled, don't do it to you before you picked your drunk classic. Before we throw it to your drunk classic, Josh, did you have one more thing to add?
No.
No, there is not a single the first Scream movie is not good. It has iconic horror moments for sure, like a few.
Yeah.
But like the plot and just everything, the motivation behind it all, it's just the dumbest thing that's ever been written.
Yeah, it's just a classic example of like not just horror, but a lot of genres. You never know what's going to just like catch.
Yeah.
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, really? You know what I mean?
It's
Yeah.
anyway. Let's move on to Jordan's choice for drunk classic. Jordan, before we throw to Josh, can you just explain to me where your head was at with this choice?
The same place that it was at when I selected the correct person from Scream 7 in the future. I am a clairvoyant, okay? Who
You're
knew
precog.
at the start of this week what would unfold to make this movie all the more relevant, right? Admiral General Aladdin, right? This is a hilarious movie. Like, I'm sorry, it is so politically not correct.
Is it funny though? Like, there are funny moments, but is it funny? There were so many times where 16 to 18-year-old me would have laughed hysterically. Nearly 40-year-old me was like, this is so stupid. However, there were some impactful moments. Sorry.
It is just like the most offensive humor in so many ways. Like, a lot of it, but I don't know why Sacha Baron Cohen can kind of get away with these things to where you don't feel like he's like a scumbag about it. Like, I don't know. I mean, she's just one of those guys that can get away with saying like almost anything. And just the opening exposition of it all, like it's like a skit, right? This is a skit that didn't really need to be a movie because everything else was really stupid. Like the whole love story thing. Like, come on. with Anna Faris. Like that was really dumb. That really kills most of the movie. It's just but the banter he has with all of these character types that they put in, like the feminist lady, anti-racist lady or whatever, right? Played by Anna Faris. And just the characters that she brings into orbit in the film, and just it's all the interactions of he has to offend people, basically groups of people. And it's just funny though. He's good. There's a stacked cast in this. Ben Kingsley somehow is in this movie, and a ton of cameos from other actors. Edward Norton and
Agatha just plays pregnant woman.
Yeah, right. Yeah. But Jason Mantzoukas, he steals this movie. Like even in some scenes, right? He takes it from Sacha, right? He kills it
for sure.
I love his.
Can I just be clear? He's a better actor than Sacha is. Sacha's just a better character.
Sacha's a better writer, but yeah, Jason Mantzoukas, improv master, all this, blah blah blah.
There's just so many like parts of this that I reference all the time that are funny. The Bobby Lee's like, oh, she doesn't speak English. You could say anything to her.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Hairy ape, hairless ape. Oh, the employees
cameo with Bobby Lee.
Yeah. Anytime you go to a restaurant or something and there's the sign employees must wash hands. Your name is like the sign.
From now on,
Speaking of cameos, Fred Armisen.
Yeah.
Right? It's hilarious. And I saw a scene that I don't know if I saw. Did you guys see the fight sequence where he fights the lady with the giant boobs?
Yeah, of course.
So that I think is a deleted scene because I may have seen that at some point, but I didn't remember it this time around. And she's like busting down and through walls with her giant boob.
She was like a really famous person. Like she was having like a viral moment when this movie came
crushing
out. Like
cans and shit.
Yeah, she broke a Guinness Book of World Record and all kinds of stuff. Like this was her 15 minutes was part of this film.
Well, that was hilarious because I was not expecting that. I don't know, man. I'll never not put this on and just I laughed throughout it. I'm sorry. It's a bad movie,
Why
but
are you apologizing?
We
could
so
have different
crude
opinions on a bad movie.
Yeah. So I mean, The Dictator's a popcorn as a movie, but funny time.
Funny time.
Funny
I'd
time.
Say, this is my first time watching it because I've watched
we have a first timer. I
don't like that soundbite. That was borderline predatory gay.
Movie version, is that better? I don't know.
New fish.
No, but Josh, really quick, you're gonna get into it. I only say that because this is like the second or third time this year where we've hit you with a film you haven't watched.
I got good, but I'm gonna get you this week. I'll tell you that much.
Well, it's me this week, so I don't know how you're gonna do that.
God damn it! I quit the show. All right. So the first time seeing this one because I was kind of not ready for the shock humor and the pretending this is real sketches that happened. You know what I mean? Like the Eric Andre kind of stuff. I wasn't feeling that when this movie came out. But that didn't exist when this movie didn't do that. So I was surprised by that pleasantly. Mm-hmm. I mean, I like those kind of sketches and stuff, but I just wasn't feeling that for the movie. This being just a regular ass movie, was great. I liked the love story thing because it's like classic old dude rom-com thing where he's a college fuck up and she's like, get your life together and you lied to me or whatever, or she's all that. It was one of those kind of stories.
Good job. You know what? Nice trope seeking from you. I didn't even pick up on that, but that's fantastic trope seeking by Josh.
Sure, thanks. But they turn it on its head because he's the dictator, and when you're thinking about it, like the bad guy is trying to create democracy.
Yeah. I'm nice.
It was funny though. It was nice though. At the end, he flips it. It's like, no, this isn't real democracy. Your corporate stuff.
Yeah.
We're gonna do real. So he flips it in the end, and he becomes the Grinch that saved Christmas or whatever. But I like that how they kind of turned that on his head. And she did the stupid line, "You lied to me and committed war crimes." This movie was like, it was cute. It was pleasant the whole way through. I wouldn't say it was totally funny, but I did laugh out loud quite a few times. I like stupid humor though. I like where they set it up where he's saying his name, and Fred Armisen's like, "That's a fake name," and like he keeps feeding him, "That's a
Keeps
fake
going.
name. Do it again. Do it again." So like this is obviously a dumb setup for stupid jokes, but that's the whole movie. It's all just a bunch of dumb setups for stupid jokes. But Sacha Baron Cohen is just really good at setting up weird scenarios for very specific jokes. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like this, the head
The
off
head.
head thing. Like, God, that had me going. He gets him in the shower. And then at the very end, the bloopers. Oh yeah, the blooper reel. You love a blooper reel.
Yeah.
Everyone loves that. Yeah, I give this actually just overall popcorn and one of his best movies.
Popcorn and one of his best movies. I am on the opposite end of that spectrum. I literally said you can. This is the tail end of the Sasha fever, and you can tell. We had Borat,
Sure.
we had Bruno, and then we got the Dictator. And
Yeah.
the Dictator, like, poop from the thing. Okay. Pubes, lots of pubes. Okay, cool. Like, he's lucky we got Borat too, which was very funny, which was held
you
up
ever
mostly
watch-
by the. Go ahead.
Did you ever watch The Brothers Grimsby? Because that's funny.
Yeah, it's
Oh,
terrible.
no.
That's funny, dude. That's funny. Okay.
So I'm a crude humor guy, but I like natural scenario crude humor, like Free Burt. That's more my style of humor. That made me laugh significantly hard. Josh needs to get to it, Jordan. Josh will really enjoy it, but like Free Burt is gonna make me laugh harder than this will. Like,
Or like Zack and Mary, that one scene.
yeah, Zach and Mary
Camera.
making porno. Yeah, yeah. Exactly. Like this was just like so it was too much from the very beginning. It's like, okay, stupid. Just kill this person. And then even the cow when he's like everyone you've ever committed to death and it's the steak
Yeah,
and
the
he's
cow. Yeah,
Like,
It's just
that was such a Mel
nonstop
Brooks.
punchlines.
Bunch
It's
of Mel
nonstop
Brooks humor.
punchline,
Yeah.
punchline. Yeah.
it's just I don't know. I even put like you said, Jordan. It's wild how many actors were in this. Like this was the end of peak Sasha. I love the Crocs joke though. A man in
Yeah.
Crocs is a man that's given up on life. That made me laugh really hard because that I was like, that's perfect for today's society because maybe that's what's going on. Maybe so many men have just given up on life. I mean, and if you watch the news, we get it. We get it. You're good. We're not.
No,
blaming you.
yeah,
Like,
I
we see what's happening.
Totally get it. This
You
is
hate Crocs until
this
you
isn't
wear
new.
Crocs.
I didn't say they weren't comfortable. I'm saying I would wear them in public.
Oh,
yeah,
I
they're
wear them in
nice
public.
slippers. You don't go to the theater in them.
Oh, hell yeah.
Yeah.
I exclusively go to the theater in my Crocs.
Ew.
You have a pair of theater Crocs?
Yes.
You tell Liz, like, no,
All right.
those are my theater Crocs.
Yes.
All right,
Yeah.
Grandpa.
Yes.
I also had the end listed because the speech he gives at the end was so fortuitous. Not fortuitous. Sorry, that's the wrong word to use there. It was.
Right.
It was.
That was
just-
great though. The speech.
Timely?
Not just no. It was essentially predicting the future, not timely,
Wow.
because this movie came
Yeah.
out in 2012. We're 14 years later. We're 14
Yeah,
years.
All of
after
that
this
was
film.
still happening. It's just gotten worse.
Oh, you're saying prophetic. But no, yeah, it's
Thank you.
always been like this.
I don't know if it's always been like this, man. We didn't have the media and the social media machine that we have today, Josh. Like he kind of
that's true.
predicts that. Like
Yeah.
and the rigged elections, like I don't
Oh,
know
those- no.
that
Yeah.
we've had it on this level. Like what they're trying to do with like the state of Texas and flip all these states completely red by illegally gerrymandering, like
Yeah. Yeah.
what we're going to move into is A Night of the Seven Kingdoms. I watched that whole series. It is 6 episodes, and they range from 35 minutes to an hour. This show is a popcorn and 3. This show takes place over the course of one tournament, one jousting tournament, and it is the one of the best Game of Thrones season of all time. Of all time. One
Is
of the
it multiple-
absolute best. Go ahead.
Will it be multiple seasons, or is it just a one season thing, a short series?
Well, they've already said there will be a second season. So there will be a second season already.
Okay.
And you get that when a prophecy is told to Egg. Egg gets a prophecy told to him, who is the young boy, who will probably be nominated for an Emmy this year, playing as a child actor, probably best supporting actor in this. He was great. He was great. And Sir Dunk was awesome too. And it's like Ted Lasso, but with violence. That's what it is.
Cool.
Yeah.
Like that.
Yeah, it's like you pull for this person, you pull for this team, and you're really hoping for them. And it's even at the beginning, it's kind of like, I'm just gonna spoil the first episode, as most of the world has seen the first episode. Like, you think you're gonna get this big Game of Thrones credits roll, do 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 do, and it's just him with diarrhea behind a tree. And it opens like this, and it's like, okay,
Nice.
Game of Thrones, what are we doing here? What's about to happen? And you've got so much heart with this series, and you've got so much Game of Wars lore tied into this. Like, I literally had to look up. I was like, hey, where in the timeline does this take place? Because there's a lot of stories being told here that are all going to have to tie together, and so much so, what's that?
Was it like 200 years ago or something?
I had to look it up. I don't remember, but just look it up where it takes place. It takes place in between each thing. It takes place after the House of Dragons and before, obviously, the Game of Thrones saga that we all fell in love with until the final episode. All right, but their journey throughout this Tournament of Nights and his growth, the character's growth for Sir Dunk is written so well. And like I said, I stand by that. It's basically Game of Thrones version of Ted Lasso, because you just feel good. You feel good so many times, even when bad things are happening. Like it's warming you up. This journey from nothing, from Hedge Knight to whatever he's about to become. So Game of Thrones, a Knight of the Seven Kingdoms. Dunk, Egg, you get a popcorn and 3 from me. The second popcorn and 3 in 2 weeks. Maybe I'm just feeling good. Maybe I'm riding high. But that's where I'm at. Jordan, what were you watching?
Well, I got myself a little drink link action going on when I watched Les Miserables.
Oh, drink link.
Because Sacha Baron Cohen is in this, right? And he's the best. I believe he's the best part of this movie. His character, along with
Helena Bonham Carter.
Helena Bonham Carter. Yeah, they steal
HBC.
it. I love them. Yeah, I love their songs. And this is one of those musicals. This type of musical I don't like. Okay, where they are singing dialogue for no reason, right? And everybody's singing in a different key, and everybody's singing to a different rhythm, like a different everything. It's just like I just can't take myself out of the fact that like somebody would just be standing in front of me singing what they had for breakfast at me or something, you know? It's
eggs, bacon, toast. Speaking of toast, do you smell the bodies on the ground?
Yeah. And just none of the songs are really catchy. I guess maybe that's my opinion, right? I didn't find a single one of these songs memorable or catchy. Actually, no, that's a lie, because I have been going red, the something, 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 black, the something, 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 red.
Yeah, but that one's like, we'll put a boot in your ass. See, you can't help but go with that one. That's like the war drums.
Well, at first, like, it's so weird because I'm just like, what is this song about? And then it kind of like, it takes a while. It takes a few minutes for you to get like, okay, this is what's going on here. But the whole movie, you're kind of like, what's going on here? The plot is very weird. The timeline is very weird. The historical context of like what is happening in what year, and just, again, the fact that everything is being sung makes it difficult to relay context information to everything, right? It's very religious. It's a very religious kind of toned movie.
Sure.
Just because at the time period, of course, everybody was like kind of, very religious and whatnot. And it's just things happen, and you're just like, okay, Russell Crowe, right? His whole plot line is that he's this hard-nosed detective, right? Javert. You better watch out for Javert. Javert is like
This tone deaf ass.
right. He takes no mercy on anybody, right? He's gonna get you, and then he lets him go.
That's a good song. Gosh,
Yeah.
you just came up with what could have been a great, catchy song. He's gonna get you.
Here comes Javert. He's gonna get you.
And
His whole thing is
Should we
that
do this?
his whole thing is that he's black and white. He's by the book, and then he's assaulted with a gray, and
Yeah.
he can't compromise it.
yeah, enough to hurl himself to his death.
Well, he's been singing his whole life. He can't take it anymore.
Well, also, when something makes you have to alter what could be your state of beliefs for your entire life,
Yeah,
and you have to
yeah.
come to terms with everything you believed could be wrong, like that could
Your
be a
life is a
life-altering
lie.
moment.
Yeah. It's all just too much. There's the acting, some of the
It's a
acting
lot.
stuff amidst like the fact that yes, they are singing, as I've said multiple times. So like, can you consider this acting? I guess
Absolutely.
it's the ultimate
Yeah.
form of acting, I guess, to draw
Yeah.
emotion. I don't know. It's very conflicting.
Anne Hathaway with her
Yeah.
Tigers Come at Night and all that, dude.
I don't know. I don't know about like the song and everything, but she was killing it. I knew that much.
Yeah,
right?
like
I
her
was like,
face, like
yeah.
God, dang.
I asked like, did she win an Oscar for this? Because she better have. And I checked, and she did. So that's very good,
Oh,
right?
It's her one Oscar, right?
I think
Cool.
so. I don't ever want to watch this again. It took me like 3 days to get through it because it was just like, ugh, God. So
I ran it back right away.
I mean, I didn't find it entertaining. I found it well made. So I don't know, popcorn and one.
Popcorn one.
Pop
Yeah.
one. Okay. All right.
Well, I like it.
So, you guys were talking about this. Josh put something in my head. So you know how like every war movie, like over the last 20 years or so, maybe, well, gosh, more than that, 40 years or so, has CCR in it. Like some folks are born made to wave the flag. Like, do you guys think like eventually, like in 10 to 15 years, it's going to be Seven Nation Army, like the intro to Seven, boom, 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 boom.
No,
boom.
It should
gonna
be.
People
it's
are like
gonna be
marching
Lil
into war.
Wayne. Something by Lil Wayne.
Lil Wayne.
6 foot, 7 foot, 8 foot, hop.
Yeah, baby. Yeah.
Right,
A little history fact. Since you're a history guy, during the fights, the gunfighting and stuff, they have all that stacked up in the street so they couldn't get through the barricade. Because of that, in real life, they widened the streets so you couldn't really do that anymore.
Mm.
And because of that, Germany could ride tanks all the way down the street. So they were,
That's
because they were
interesting.
trying to prevent one thing, they caused
That's good knowledge there. I like that.
overthrow.
That's interesting.
Hmm.
Cool.
All right, really quick, I'm going to rattle off 3 things. The first is The Bluff, starring Priyanka Chopra and
Ooh.
Carl Urban. This is the new pirate film by Amazon. Or
Yeah.
so I thought. Anyway, we open with an amazing pirate sequence at sea, never to be seen again. There are no more like pirate sequences like that. No more cool effects on boats and attacking in a pirate movie. All of a
Just one
sudden,
scene.
well, you know what? Let's just get to it, because I will say this, the location for this film was phenomenal. Like, it was beautiful. They must have had a great time wherever they were. But it was the old bait and switch. You think you're getting a dope pirate movie, instead you get sucked into Lover's Quarrel, I guess, is what this is supposed to be,
novel.
kind of, with maybe not a so accepting lover. It becomes adult Goonies instead of a badass pirate movie at sea, which is what I was expecting. Well, the film possesses some great action sequences, and I do mean great. If I'm just in my dumb musclehead brain and I'm just getting action, I'd probably give it a popcorn and a half. for just the action sequences. They try too hard at the end of the day, so it can't be a popcorn and two, and there's just too much love story mixed in. It continues to just be some generic kind of action film, kind of not, where we're going to give this only a popcorn. In one, as an altogether film, it just wasn't meeting the needs of its audience. It seems to be another film that Amazon has poured a ton of money into with an AI script that just doesn't hit the mark. Well, some people, and I know those people, are going to say, what do you mean, man? So much of this movie was so badass. I'm going to say, you forget that like 45 minutes of this is nothing. There's 45 minutes of nothingness going on where she's, let me save the kids. Cool, now I got annoying kids in this. Oh, I've got a lover. Cool, you got to go rescue your lover. There's going to be an annoying sequence with my lover. Cool, now there's that annoying sequence with her lover. It just crescendo was not enough. It went from it could be cool to let's just be silly unintentionally. So for The Bluff on Amazon Prime, their new movie, which appears to have a decent budget, we're just going to give this a popcorn. You guys continue to miss the mark, and it makes me feel so bad. I really wanted to see this. Anyway, this one almost made me cry. This is nominated for Best Short Documentary Film. This is Armed with Only a Camera, The Life and Death of Brett Renaud, Renaud. It opens in 2015 with Brett following a young 14-year-old Guatemalan boy who's trying to make it to the United States. The young boy had lost both of his parents. And you think, okay, what kind of story are we about to have? Not the one you were thinking, because it fast forwards you, to 2022 with bombs dropping over Ukraine. It has Brett talking to an old Ukrainian man, and the old Ukrainian man shouts to the sky, curse the Russians, and then pauses and states, not the Russian people, but the Russian government and all of Putin's men. March 2022, Brett is ambushed by a group of Russian soldiers and shot in the head. The Ukrainians film this and show Brett's body after he was shot, and then rush his colleague to the hospital in the ambulance. I don't know if his colleague survived. It never comes back because it progresses with the story of Brett, as this becomes a story of Brett's life and his work and getting his body back to the United States, as now we are with his younger brother. And his younger brother, while telling us the tales of Brett, we get to see sequences of everything Brett has done. He states he wasn't obsessed with the conflicts. He was obsessed with all the people caught in between, filming those left in the middle of wars around the world, whether it be gang wars in South America to Operation Iraqi Freedom, all the way through conflicts with Somalia and, of course, the war in Ukraine where Brett lost his life. Before his death, he was in so many close calls, even one where he is interviewing another photojournalist who was caught in crossfire in, I believe it was Haiti, who lost his colleague. And he sits there and cries, speaking about how he cannot fall asleep, apologizing. And they're apologizing to one another for the war zone that they were in, trying to bring light to what these people go through every single day. If there's one film that you watch this year to bring knowledge to what it is that you are going through, or to what we are about to face as a world, to try to swing you in a different direction, it should be Armed with Only a Camera, The Life and Death of Brett Renaud. Popcorn in 3.
Okay, I'm going to watch that.
Wow.
My own crying.
Nice.
Yeah, it was tough. It was a hard film to watch. And just
You said it's a short film?
alert. What's that?
Did you say it was a short film?
38 minutes.
Okay.
Yeah, trigger alert. They show his body several times. Several times you see his body. Finally, really quickly, I watched The Singers. This is an Oscar-nominated live-action short film. And Josh, you are going to love this. You are going to love this 18 minutes. Like, it has everything I noted
Oh, yeah,
about
I've
Josh.
seen the preview of this. Sorry.
Yeah.
I saw a preview of this and I almost watched it. Yeah, this sounds really good, actually.
Okay.
18 minutes, and it opens in a little dive bar where smoking's allowed, and you've got your dusty piano and your same group of guys that goes in there every week, and they kind of have tiffs with one another with passive-aggressive taunts and things like that. And all of a sudden, the idea to have an impromptu singing contest brings them together, and the singing is great. Like it's from the bad singer to the phenomenal singers to the people that are too shy to sing. This movie gets a popcorn and 2 for me. It was just too short. It was one of the first musicals I've ever truly really enjoyed, and it was only 18 minutes, so maybe that played a role.
It sounds like just a long Michelob commercial.
All right, so couple good ratings for me, another popcorn and 3.
Watched a short, kind of short film also this week. The Gorillaz got their new album out. You guys know that? Are they just Gorillaz or the Gorillaz? Anyway, Gorillaz are the freaking back, dude. And their album is good. They release like the cool bands do, or the cool musical artists. They have a little like music video to go along with their album. So this is just like a 9-minute film, animated film that they play music. It's a long music video, like 3 or 4 songs, and hand animated. Specifically, looks like it's almost traced from old Disney. It got some heat on the internet for being AI, but it's been confirmed it's all like hand drawn. No computers were used until they threw it all together in the end. So really cool throwback to old animation styles on purpose. And the music's great. It's Gorillaz, kind of, sort of back to their old ways. I'd say the only thing that the whole thing is missing is Gorillaz kind of were known for having just like clever rhythms, I guess. It's the best way I can say it. This doesn't have that so much, but it's still dope. Black Thought, little guest spot. One of the flows is Black Thought. He's probably my favorite rapper, one of them. Good music, real heavy Indian music influence, and I'm for it. Seems like I listened to the whole album. Very spiritual, very good. The accompanying film was great. I give it a popcorn of 1 as far as, long music videos go. It's not Thriller.
Yeah.
All right, Jordan.
Yeah. So I watched a Netflix series called Playing Gracie Darling. It's Australian. And I had recently a good experience watching like an Australian crime, kind of like whodunit. I reviewed it. I don't even remember what it was called, to be honest with you. But I reviewed it a while ago. And so I was like, you know what? Why not? The trailer looked interesting enough. So I watched it. And it's a short series. It's a limited series. I think it was like 8 episodes. It's supernatural. It has supernatural elements to it, which was totally unnecessary. It very much has like Talk to Me vibes, and I guess I might be saying that just because that movie was Australian, but it definitely seemed influenced by it. You get, of course, like you learn that some things are universal, right? That's not just an American thing to have like internet crazies that are like, oh, the wind turbines are going to. They're going to kill us, and they're killing the animals.
Yeah.
Right? Am I allowed to do? Yeah. Am I allowed to do an Australian accent?
Nope.
You're not?
Not after Steve Irwin died.
You get perhaps the whiniest, shitty teenagers of all time, right? These kids are just jerks, and they're just so angry. Like, why are they go from 0 to 100. They are so mad.
This is a theme this week on the Sad Fan Podcast Network based on the last Gorp. Go ahead, Jordan.
Teenagers these days.
Dude. And there's ridiculous stuff going on here. She's trying to get into a door that's locked, right? She's like, trying to get in. She looks around, and then just out of the bushes picks up like a perfect battering ram. Just like 2 handles, metal pole thing, and just boof. It's just crazy stuff going on.
I always keep one of those around.
Yeah. There's a girl drowning, and they're like, oh no, she's drowning. Somebody do something. Like, yeah, any 3 of you, do CPR, do something. They're just sitting there. It's really, it's a frustrating show to watch. None of it really makes sense. It's one of those shows where there were all these storylines that they were trying to throw at you with no real substance, and then they didn't quite know how to land it, so they picked the worst possible outcome for all of it. It's very anticlimactic. I give it a popcorn.
I watched one last thing. I rewatched Anaconda. Mom wanted to see it. Second time around, it was still good. It's not gonna end up being a drunk classic though. Maybe I'll change my mind, but second time around, I'm like, okay, that was enough. So popcorn and 1.
Popcorn and 1. Well, I'll be really quick with these two. I watched Falcon Winter Soldier, and of course they try to do something very cute with the end where they make it Captain America in Winter Soldier. All right, he's still Falcon. Like he's Captain America, but he's still Falcon. I apologize. Like that is who he is. They bring back a bunch of loose ends and only create more loose ends with Baron Zemo and Sharon Carter's niece, Sharon Carter. The new Agent Carter in Emily Van Camp as what is she again? She is the the super buyer or whatever, the Grand Master of Criminal Island. Right. I can't remember what they always call her. The benefactor or something like that.
Yeah, but whatever.
It just creates more loose ends with Baron Zemo and with her and with the little gangsta crew. Like I don't all you really tied up was Falcon becomes Captain America. Go ahead, Josh.
Oh, sorry. It's just a big bummer because Zemo was a good villain and Carter was an interesting lead. Like, I'd like to see where that was going to go, but now it's just all abandoned.
Yeah. Just like my next one, what I will say with Falcon and Winter Soldier is the last scene is the only scene you really need to rewatch, which is when they put Isaiah's monument up in the Captain America Museum, and you see how much it means to him as we live in a time where they try to erase black excellence from our history books and what the Tuskegee Airmen and many others accomplished with their lives in most cases. So watch that last scene, America, and see what it actually means to have that type of representation showing all that you've done for this nation that apparently wants to continue to take you for granted. So I apologize on behalf of whoever I can apologize on behalf of, and just the rest of you that think it doesn't matter, watch that last scene one more time and the way it's acted so you can see what it feels to not be erased from history, right?
Yeah.
Finally, the Eternals. Now, this only is canon for Captain America, A Brave New World at this point. Nothing else. Yep. They're only using it. And even the canon doesn't make sense anymore, because if you rewatch the Eternals, Cersei turns the Celestial into marble. So how are they able to harvest space materials from marble? Because Cersei turned him into marble. It doesn't make any sense. Yeah, the whole thing is marble. That's why he can't live. He doesn't still have working celestial parts in there. She turned the entire celestial into a block of marble. So it doesn't. They're doing a lot of work there. It doesn't make much sense. And then at the very end, you see the Eternals will return. As of right now, there are 0 plans for the Eternals to return, and I blame one actor, the actor that played Icarus. Because it was terrible. It was god awful. The actor that played Icarus.
Which one was
Jolie,
Icarus?
Phenomenal. What's that?
Which one was Icarus?
The laser eyes.
Oh, the guy from Game of Thrones?
Richard Madden?
Yeah, terrible.
Yeah.
I don't think he was the problem.
Just bored performance. You think it was too artistic, Josh?
I think they shoved just a little too much in there, dude. Like, they didn't have to have so much shoved in. Like, prime example, homeboy at the very end, little cameo. Like, I'm in this movie too. What's his name?
Harry Styles.
Harry Styles, that's right, yeah. I'm thinking the Black Knight whole thing.
Oh, yeah, Black Knight thing. I was really excited about him because he's one of my favorite heroes. And like, oh, no, he's done too.
Yeah, they killed off that whole aspect of the universe. Well,
yeah, it was a lot to try to introduce to the canon at once.
They got way too ambitious.
But at the same time, I don't think this movie is as bad as people say it is.
No,
I really don't. I think it gets an unfair shake just because it has it had a female director, and we were at a specific time where, well,
Chloe Zhao is an amazing director.
Yeah.
Yeah, but, I think it was a weird time, and they shoved a little bit too much in there, but it gets a bad rap. I liked the movie.
Yeah.
What did you rate it?
So we're gonna
Me?
give that one a
I'd give-
popcorn and one, and we're gonna give Falcon and Winter a popcorn and one. Jordan, we're gonna let you rewatch it
Yeah.
to see what you actually think. Josh has
Yeah.
to get out of here
Eternals?
soon.
Yeah.
So let
Oh,
me
I gotta
let
go, yeah.
me get us to the new butter on top for this week. You guys are both gonna be very excited about this. The Bride is the butter on top. This both of you have been watching the trailer nonstop, telling me how good this movie looks. I
looks really
got
good.
locked in and I had to watch the trailer because it played before the last movie. I was like, this movie looks really good. Christian Bale looks
Yeah.
really good as Mr. Frankenstein.
Yeah. New, very promising looking Disney Pixar movie coming out,
Hoppers.
Hoppers, as well. So may get a review of that as well.
All right, so we got those two, and Jordan brought us to the 70s with The Warriors, so I had to drop us back into the 60s with 2001 A Space Odyssey, and now I'm going to bring us
Ugh.
into the 80s with Michael J. Fox's The Secret of My Success.
Huh?
Thank
Never
you.
even heard
Oh.
of this. I've never even heard of this.
Yeah, Michael J. Fox, The Secret of My Success.
Interesting. All right.
Hell yeah.
So, thank you so much for joining us each and every week here on Popcorn and Beers. We will see you at the movies. You get the popcorn, and we got the beer.